How is it going everyone? I hope you're okay. I know it's been a while since we've last done this series, but we're back and the first thing we're doing is to walk down the stairs and get on this train. Now I would have loved to show you the inside of the train, but it was full, so I couldn't really film. Anyway, we're now walking and you might be wondering where we're going. We're going to watch a championship game between Millwall and Swansea. The game will be played at Millwall Stadium, the Den, which has a capacity of 20,146, but it's restricted to 18,100 for security reasons. Anyway, we got out of set stadium and I just need to find the right stand and turnstiles to go through. And it looks like we have to go all the way around. Although it seemed very quiet at the beginning, it seems most fans are hanging out around the corner from the Barry Kitchener stand. And I don't blame them, as it looks like this is where most of the food and drinks bars are. Anyway though, we go to our turnstiles and we got our ticket ready. He set me back £29, but I think that for the level we're at, it's a pretty decent price. Anyway though, I hope you're ready to hear one of the most satisfying sounds. Now inside, I went to get a drink as I was really thirsty. As I was waiting for my drink, I realized that the menu actually shows the calories of each item rather than the price, which was a first for me. I got myself a Coke, which set me back £3.70, which, even with football stadium prices in mind, it's a total ripoff. Anyway, I have now found my block and this will be our view for today. We've got the Coldblow Lane stand on our left, the Barry Kitchener stand opposite us, the North stand, which is for the away supporters, and we found ourselves in the Dockers stand. With this out of the way, I think this is the least enthusiastic stadium announcer I've ever heard.
18, Charlie Patino. 20, Neil Cullen and Completed.
With 5 minutes to kick off, I found it very surprising to see how many empty seats there are around the ground. I do understand there's a reduced capacity, but this feels like much more than 2,000 empty seats. Anyway though, the players and the referees are now coming out, there's a few handshakes going around, and we are now ready to kick off. Although there haven't been any big chances so far, or even shots on target, Swansea did start as the better team, and they dominated possession in the first 10 to 15 minutes or so, before Millwall started having a good spell themselves. And then something very interesting happened in the 20th minute or so. I didn't get it on camera, but Swansea was attacking, and there was some shirt pulling in the box. What's interesting is that the referee wasn't going to give anything, but then turned around about 10 seconds later and pointed to the penalty spot. As you can see, he was talking to the assistant referee and the penalty stands, and here is said penalty getting taken. So, after a pretty balanced start, Swansea get a lead from a very interesting penalty. Millwall are trying to get back into it straight from kickoff, but they are not successful. The game carried on being quite balanced, with both teams having spells in each other's half. However, neither were able to score another goal. There was, however, this great tackle, which I think should be appreciated. Anyway, with the halftime approaching, I decided to go back to the food stand and get myself a burger. And luckily there's a TV showing the game, so I will not miss anything. Anyway, I got my burger and it cost me £5.90, and to be honest, it doesn't look that great. After having the first bite, I can confirm that the burger does not taste great neither. I mean, it's eatable, but I wouldn't have it again, especially when it costs nearly £6. Back to the game though, it's the same story as before. Both teams are taking turns at being dominant, but neither can score. I think it would be unfair to go on without saying that the referee has taken some really interesting decisions in the first half, with most of these going against Millwall. Anyway though, it is now half time and it will be very interesting to see what the second half will bring us. The Sun also decided to make an appearance, which is frustrating as we'll have to face it for the next 45 minutes. Anyway, the second half is now underway, with Millwall looking to get an equalizer. Millwall started the second half much better. They barely let Swansea have the ball within the first few minutes after the break, and they started getting the shots on. However, Swansea break into the first serious counter-attack into the second half, and a shot from distance ends up underneath the keeper and into the back of the net, making it 2-0 for Swansea. However, Millwall are not giving up and they're still looking to get back into the game. They are doing all of the attacking at the moment, while Swansea is parking the bus, so it does look like Millwall could still get something out of this, especially when they're getting close with shots like this one. However, Swansea break into another counter and, well, even though they just went 3-0 down, Millwall are still attacking, which is something to be appreciated since most teams have given up at this point this late in the game. I have to say I do feel sorry for Millwall. They had some frustrating decisions from the referee in the first half go against them, and then they couldn't find a goal in the second half even though they did most of the attacking. Anyway though, it is now half time and Swansea take all 3 points. Anyway though, we are now making our way out of here, and on my way out I realized there's a bar inside of a bus, which I think is really cool. Anyway though, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you want to see more similar videos. And last but not last, please do let me know if there's a club you want me to visit, and I'll try to make that possible. See you in the next one. By the way, I found out where all the lime scooters and bikes live.